Hello everyone. Hope you all are hearty and healthy. Welcome to your online classes. This is Neelam Bajaj, your English teacher. Today we are taking our first chapter from the book Hornbill, and the title of the chapter is The Portrait of a Lady, written by Khushwant Singh. Khushwant Singh, you have heard the name, a well-known Indian writer, and now we are discussing about the title of the chapter, The Portrait of a Lady. What is a portrait here? Portrait means an accurate and exact depiction of a person, their mood, etc. Portrait has two meanings. The one meaning of portrait is a picture also. Now we are coming to the text part of the chapter. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband. You can see how Khushwant Singh, as a child, used to think about his grandmother. According to him, she was old and wrinkled for 20 years, and uh, according to him, it was hard to believe that once she was young and pretty and she had even her husband. So it is funny thing to know, but it was a child's point of view, but that was hard to believe for him. My grandfather's portrait, here portrait means the picture of his grandfather who is no more now. It it was hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. He is describing here how his grandfather was looking in the picture. He wore a big turban on his head. As you know, what is a turban? It is worn on the head, and loose fitting clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest. It means his beard was coming up to his chest, and he looked at least 100 years old in that picture to Khushwant Singh. He did not look the sort of person who would have a wife or a children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. This is another funny thing about a child's point of view, how a child can think. As for my grandmother, being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. Here we can see that this phrase is given in bold letters. The thought was almost revolting means this thought that once his grandmother was young and pretty, it was hard to believe for him. She often told us of the games she used to play as a child that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part, and we treated it like the fables, the stories made by ourselves of the prophets she used to tell us. So it was again hard to believe for him that her grandmother was very small sometimes and she used to play like other kids. It was not normal to think for him about her, and it looked quite odd and undignified on her part that she could play that kind of games. She could never play that things according to him. She had always been short and fat and slightly bent. Her height was short, she was a little fat and slightly bent because of her old age. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. It means her face was full of wrinkles. No, we were certain she had always been as we had known her, and he was sure that she had always been as he had seen her, old, as terribly old that she could not have grown older. So here we can see he thinks about his grandmother when he is a kid, that his grandmother was never young and had stayed at the same age for 20 years. She could never have been pretty according to him, but she was always beautiful. Here the difference between the word pretty and beautiful is, according to Khushwant Singh, her grandmother's looks were not so good, but she was beautiful at heart. She hobbled about. She used to move about the house in spotless white dress, with one hand resting on her vest, as she was very old, so she used to give support to her vest by keeping one hand on her vest. to balance her stoop, bent body, the other telling beads of a rosary. The other hand, which was free, always she had a string of beads which she used to repeat her prayers. Her silver locks, her grey hair, he is talking about silver locks, was scattered untidily over her pale, puckered face, pale, dull face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. The prayer she used to sing was inaudible for him, but always she used to sing a prayer by taking the string of beads in her hand. Yes, she was beautiful. She was like the winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Here, according to him, her grandmother had a divine beauty. And he compared here uh, her grandmother with the winter landscape in the mountains. The mountains in winter are full of snow, so her looks were the same, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment, which means her vibes were always giving peace and contentment to the person who is near her. My grandmother and I were good friends. Now he is describing about the relations of his grandmother with him. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we were constantly together. Her parents were living in city that time, and he was living with his grandmother in the village. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for school. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. So always she used to sing prayer as she make him get ready for school. So she would like him to sing the prayer with her. I listened because I loved her voice, but never bothered to learn it. Here Khushwant Singh is saying he loved her grandmother's voice, so he used to listen to her prayers but never thought of learning that prayer. Then she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a tiny earthen ink pot, and a red pen. These all the things are there that time for Khushwant Singh to take to school. Tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me after a breakfast of thick, stale chapati, means the chapati which is not fresh, with a little butter and sugar spread on it. We went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. Here you can see grandmother never used to make any difference between the dogs and animals, and she used to love the animals as well as she was loving her grandson. So she used to give the same chapatis to dogs also, which she was giving to Khushwant Singh. My grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer, while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. My grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. This time, the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. They followed us to our home, growing and fighting with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. So he is describing all things as were there during his childhood, when he used to go to school with his grandmother, and how she was sitting with him in the temple while he was studying the alphabets with other companions, and after he had finished the school, she was taking back to home. And they, when they were coming back to home, there were dogs again to fight for the chapatis which grandmother was giving to them. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. They called them to the city. That was a turning point in our friendship. Coming to the city here is described as a turning point in Khushwant Singh's as well as his grandmother's life. Although we shared the same room in the city, my grandmother no longer came to school with me because the scene is different now in the city. In village it was possible to go to school with him, but in city it was not possible to go to school with Khushwant Singh by his grandmother. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. There were no dogs in the street, and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of our city house. So this was the change in their life when they came to city. That is all for today. Further we take the chapter tomorrow. Till then, thank you.